So there's strength in numbers, but a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. In yesterday's Daily Ose, we got a lesson that talked about the group dynamics that result in the individual having to set some healthy boundaries for the group. And in today's Ose lesson, I want to share a lesson with you about sort of the other side of the equation, wherein certain aspects of the group needs demand total compliance from the members. There are times wherein the group has to impose absolute compliance onto all of the members. Your membership is predicated upon your compliance with these activities, in other words. And it usually has something to do with safety, right? And in these instances, the individuals have to be fully aware and invested in the basic needs of the group's existence. What's necessary for the group to even exist? Every member's got to be really acutely aware of that in order for them to comply 100% with this particular set of rules. All right. Such was the case when the amphibious animals, frog, salamander, crab, and a particular kind of a toad, they all went to consult Ifa, and they were advised that they would all have to sacrifice together. And while the frog and the salamander and the crab came up with different reasons why they didn't have to make the sacrifice, it was this particular toad who did exactly as Ifa mandated. And as Ifa predicted, these amphibious animals were all invaded by human beings who were coming to fish. And eventually, people started to fish all of the different animals. They had some reason to catch them and some reason to, either eat them or use them for some other thing. Except for this particular toad. Every time the human beings would touch it, he would secrete this white film on his skin, which was not only unsightly, but poisonous. And so this is how this particular toad has been able to pretty much evade the interest of human beings. However, his environment is still constantly under assault. And so this represents an instance wherein everybody, if you don't comply, then what happens is that you're inviting calamity into the environment of other people. What you're doing is encroaching upon other people's freedom to be and to exist as a member of this community. And so in those instances, it is just obligatory for every individual to comply with the rule of law. For whatever that group is, whatever that community is, sometimes compliance is obligatory if in exchange for membership. For lessons just like this every single day, visit obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com and look for enrollment opportunities in the School of Orisa Studies. Bye for now.